We're here.
Why didn't I just lose?
Hey everyone,
I don't see
Mr.
it.
Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Pucker's New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Uncle Puckers. Chris, Bob, and Tim. For some reason, Tim didn't mute when the intro was going.
It was the funniest shit, right? He couldn't see us, and then he's just talking while he's going when his mic
when
is
he
supposed
should
to
have
be
been
auto muted.
Yep. So
I don't know why. I don't know why, because I have a MacBook, so like it does things differently, and I don't know why.
A Mac
but,
Daddy book.
I'm still sorting out the ins and outs of why stuff disappears periodically and where it goes.
My kids are Apple, and my wife and I are Android, and my kids have been trying to get us to go to Apple for years. And like just a few years ago, like I went to go do something on my daughter's phone, and I was like, I'm never getting an Apple. Like knowing your operating system is like, I will never, even if they come out with a much better phone or whatever, I won't switch. I mean, I have a hard enough time with technology as it is. I'm not learning a completely new operating system.
Oh, we know. We get the green bubble text, Chris. We know. We're secretly judging you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So my company was like, "Do you want a PC?" Well, they sent me a Mac, and I was like, "I don't know how to use this fucking thing, like for work stuff. Like I know how to use it to like use like Photoshop and shit, but like not for work. Like where's the email?" Now I've figured it all out, and things fucking amazing. Like highly recommend it. Just everything that was on that side is on that side. Everything that was on that side is on that side.
Well, Bob, you use MacBooks for work, right?
No, I used Mac workbooks for my job before we got bought out in 2018. Went back to PC, so I did use them for like 12 years, and I do have that MacBook Pro here that I use for this. I like Apple and their products, but for computing, I'm more comfortable on the PC. I don't need anything on the Mac. So sooner or later, I'm going to replace this with an actual fully licensed and branded Uncle Pucker PC laptop.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna do.
What's your work laptop?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
It's like a Lenovo or like a Dell.
Lenovo. Thank you.
Yeah, Lenovo ThinkPad. That's what I have.
They're good little machines.
Yeah, I mean it works, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but we got a lot to talk about, guys. This has been kind of a little bit of a crazy week. We've got some news on the Devils. On the positive, 4 out of 5. 2 more in a row. It's probably the best that we've been since mid-October. I mean, late October.
Are we playing Carolina next then, or
nah? Seriously, fuck those guys.
Well, we have to see them one more time in their barn, and I don't think it's till March. So we have a lot of ground to make up. 5 points, I think, still out of a playoff spot. And but I want to just talk a little bit about the last 2 games, or even if you guys want to discuss the whole kind of winning streak, 4 out of 5. Like I know the last 2 games, the 2-1 wins rather, not ideal, but I think there's a ton of positive you can take out of winning 2 games, both 2-1, both on the road. Just the fact that defensively they look like a different team, being responsible and smart and like alert, and they look like they want to be there and know what they're doing when they are. I mean, how many games did we see this year where, they just did not look at all in sync, or Backstreet Boys? Neither. So, I'm a dad. Sorry.
Hey,
so like that was good.
Careful!
To see,
Don't fuck with your mic.
That was good to see. The defensive structure, playing hard, making the right moves, especially in the Edmonton game where they controlled that play most of the 60 minutes. And then where the scoring kind of comes from, I think, is also a positive right now. Like the fact that Gritsuk, Glass, Nemec, like this is our middle bottom 6 dudes, and they're showing up. Like I don't think there's a Devil fan around that believes that Timo and Jack and Brat and Nico aren't going to start their scoring. They are going to get there, and they will start netting the puck. And if we can kind of put all 3 of these things together, right, the depth scoring, the top line scoring, and the defense and goaltending, I don't know, man. Maybe there's something there. So I'm very kind of, I'm a very cautious optimism, I should say, right now. Curious what you guys think. So I'll go Tim, and then we'll go up to Bob. What do you think, Timmy?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Like, you know, I was really like the Edmonton game was the first time I think this entire season where we've had 2 consecutive periods of just we won those periods fucking outright, clearly like dominated those periods from a play style perspective. Like I first time I think all year, because we've had some good periods, like, you know, good first periods here and there. We were second period dominant for a while. The first time we've actually like back to back 2 periods, good periods. Of course, the third period we were kind of like holding onto our fucking cheeks, but whatever. Yeah, the defensive play is a lot better. Thank God. You know, we no longer have Luke
We'll jump into that after we'll talk about him
in the lineup anymore.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
I'm playing games here. No, I just, you know, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, just the commitment to defense, you know, the structure working. You know, McDavid's a handful, and you know they kept him off the score sheet. He had like a 17-game point streak before coming.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat that I had no idea about. The second longest streak of an active player against a team of consecutive points, and being able to stop him on that was nice. I had no idea that thing.
Yeah, is you know, it's a lot like that Kovacevic hit on him, where Kovacevic got into a fight with whatever fucking idiot challenged him. That was kind of an encapsulation of how I think you kind of need to handle McDavid, I guess, is like you sort of keep him in front of you and bend but don't break. You know, because McDavid, if you watch a lot of his goals are like in tight like moves on the goalie. Like I rarely, if ever, see McDavid just fucking let like a shot fly from, you know, the slot or something like that. His move is to like skate through people or skate around people and then just get in tight on the goalie, just and around him. So I think that game plan for him pretty well, but I still would like to see some more scoring, but it's positive. 4 out of 5, you know, like I said, Chris, they're making the playoffs.
I'm not there yet, but I mean, I'm teetering more on that side of the fence right now. So, Bob, what do you think, my man?
Yeah, so look, everything's about context. And right now, in the context of where they've been in the last week, 4 out of 5 is great. Either way you look at it. It hurts that it's always Carolina that stands in our way from us feeling like we're actually putting a streak together. But in the confines of an entire year, I'm not going to remember these particular 5 games. I'm just going to know that at one point we got 8 points out of 10. The way they're playing is great as far as the defensive structure, but I don't take anything away from the fact, like, you know, 2-2-1 wins. You know, they're in Western Canada. They're on a big road trip. Take them any way you can get them. You know what I mean? So we unfortunately have to sit in this position where we dissect. That's kind of our job now. There's the fan side, we do what we want to do. And then there's this side where if we didn't dissect, we wouldn't be talking about the Devils. So it just kind of have to. But if you just take a step back and look at 4 of 5 is very good. And for me personally, I've changed my tune. So here it is. Like, my problem was the expectation. I look at my team right now, my favorite team, and they're 4 points out of a playoff spot with 30 games to go. That could be taken theoretically in a week. I know there's a couple of teams we got to jump over, or a couple of teams lose to, and we win to. Like, we are right there. I'm going to stop looking at this saying like, oh my God, why aren't we in first place? I don't care. That was my expectation. I went on earlier in the year saying I thought they were a 100+ point team and all that rambling, just the typical preseason excitement that I go through. At this point, I'm just back to rooting for them and getting there. And I hope you're right about some of the big guys eventually turning it on, because that's the one thing that is probably concerning me right now. And not that they're not going to do better than they have, because that bar is very low, but that they're still not going to play up to where they probably should be. Like, I don't see that coming. That would shock me. I think Jack's, you know, his injury is going to linger all year. I don't think we get 100% Jack the rest of the year. I didn't even see the Edmonton game, but I hear his brother's got a glass shoulder too, right? So we'll talk about that. So I'm a little concerned about those guys really doing what it takes to push this thing further. But I'm with Tim. They're going to make the playoffs, and we got to start rooting that way.
Look, I mean, like I said, I'm not quite there yet as far as the playoffs, but I'm coming around. I mean, I do like the way that the 4 wins. I love the way that they've played defensively. I do, however, still believe, like, no matter what happens, you have to make a top 6 trade. Like, you got to get a guy in here, and you got to maybe more important, you might have to get a guy out. I think that country club atmosphere that we've talked about, hasn't gone anywhere. Just because these guys are playing tough, and they're, now with the Luke Hughes injury, Dougie Hamilton probably is putting his head on his pillow every night, feeling a little more safe that he is not going to be traded. So, I mean, yes, there's still the possibility, but I think that the Luke injury complicates it a little bit. So I'm worried about that. And I do think if you really want to get a spark out of your team and kick them in the ass and let them know you're fucking real, you trade a big fucking name and you get another guy in here that can maybe hopefully do the part better. I still have been kind of like looking at, Bratt and Mercer are probably the only 2 that I think, but there are some guys out there that are legitimate goal scorers that could be had for the right price. And I'm leaning that maybe, we should maybe pull the trigger on we talked about Jordan Kyrou or Rob Thomas or Elias Pettersson. Like, I know each guy has their ups and each guy has their downs, but I think maybe just a new body in this top 6 can really kind of solidify it and help these guys get to the point that we need them to get to. And then, of course, there's the bottom 6 through, third line center, all that other stuff. But I think a move has got to be made.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of, I don't know. Fitz is such a fucking dumbass, man. Like just like this corner that he backed himself in, he didn't need to say any of that shit about Dougie. None of that needed to come out. It could have just been like, sitting him down just to do something. Now that is hanging over. And if he trades Dougie now it's like, okay, then you're punting the season.
Yeah.
So like, I think if they trade Dougie, which maybe, I don't know, I don't think that's a good idea now if they want to win this season.
If he keeps playing the way he has, then like I'm fine with Dougie.
In 5 games,
and he stays healthy.
He looks like the Dougie that we want Dougie to be. I think he should be getting those power play 1 reps. Like the power play against Edmonton last night, even though they didn't score, looked a hell of a lot better than it had with Luke on it. And I was screaming for Luke to fucking get yanked off of power play 1.
No, just don't say Luke and Yank together. Something might break on him.
So, okay.
I thought it was a shoulder. That sounds gross.
Let's talk about Luke Hughes for a second. I saw a lot of people kind of celebrating this. And
that's fucked up.
I think you're kind of a piece of shit if you're celebrating someone getting hurt. I get Luke wasn't playing like as well as he should be, like with the talent that he has, still fucking up a lot. But like actively celebrating and saying like, yay for us. Like I saw that a lot. It's kind of like, after beer league, I came home, had a couple beers, and I think I called a couple people fucking stupid assholes and go fuck yourself. So apologies if you listen to me and I told you to go fuck yourself.
Well,
but
I mean, you shouldn't be fucking out there celebrating a guy's injury on the team you love. I mean, right. I just think like no matter what, you don't want to see him. You want to argue about his game or maybe how Keefe is handling him or should he have been benched for a game, whatever. But the fact now we lost him for maybe the remainder of the season. Hey, Devil fans, that's going to hurt in the long run. That's not, it's not a good fucking thing.
It's not good because if we're going to go down the path of trading Dougie and kind of retooling with maybe trying to make the playoffs this year, like we need Luke to play games and continue to kind of work his way out of whatever, the issue was. And he was doing that over the past kind of couple of weeks, aside from his 3 brain farts against Carolina. Like every other game he played, he was very good in. The one move that I was kind of weirded out by, and I don't know why they did it, was when you have Pesci there, who has a ton of experience on the left side, why they decided to move Nemec over to the left side. That was kind of weird to me. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, where they put Nemec with Kovacevic, I think.
I don't think I did. No.
Yeah, and which it worked out great, but like he did not look very good the last couple times they tried him on the left side. So I was a little surprised by that. But the team has kind of picked it up and been playing a lot better defensively with and without Luke. This isn't just, you know, a Luke Hughes thing. And honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with Glendening being out of the lineup. I'm not gonna lie, like Cotter actually looked like a viable-ish 4C for a little bit. I don't think that's a long-term solution. And Cody Glass has been. I don't know if we could find a better 3C. Like I don't know if we can. I think our target should actually be a more capable 4C. Along with the scoring winner, of course.
Yeah.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with Glass's game. I agree, dude. Like that, I think just got to consider that a very quality asset and move on from that particular question.
A glass set, would you say?
Glass set. Oh my God, you're rolling tonight, dude.
Glass holes unite.
We are glass holes.
So Mike Ruff actually mentioned something about the Luke injury. So like, so we don't know actually what happened to him. Frank Zaravelli tweeted pretty immediately. It was like, it's a dislocated shoulder for Luke.
That's what I read.
know. I don't know how he got that information like a half an hour.
I don't know how Luke got hurt.
Right. So I'm getting there. But I don't know. First, so like, if people are relying on Frank Zaravelli for information, like, don't. So like, that may be true. It may not be. I just don't think he actually has any sources. I think he's just a fucking idiot and tweets out whatever he fucking feels like. He's a high school hockey coach anyway.
Frank, if you ever want to come on the show and have a conversation with
I don't want
Bobby
that.
and I would love to.
I don't want that
mediate
fat fuck on the show. Fuck that fat piece of shit.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So Luke was coming out of the zone and like, yeah,
Did he steal your lunch money once or something?
Your hockey
no,
coach?
he just sucks.
Kick
he
your
just like
dog.
he acts like he's like some insider, and like I think he burned all his sources, and just nobody likes him, and he's just a fucking fat loser. Fuck him. And the way Luke was coming out of the zone, the Calgary actually tugged on his jersey a little bit, which kind of awkwardly went like that. So I don't know how you dislocate your shoulder in that kind of motion. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like how do you do that? But what I'm saying is like, I don't know if it's a dislocated shoulder. We don't know. We're only relying on Frank Zaravelli, who's right maybe 3% of the time.
What are you saying, Bob?
We've been doing this glass shoulder bit forever now, since we've got at least one Hughes on the team. Like, in all honesty, has Quinn ever had this problem, or are we just the lucky?
Yeah, he had shoulder problems too.
He did too. Okay.
I think it was last summer. I think all three of them were banged up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think all three of them were in.
They all come out.
They're fucking buy one get one
wacky.
free for surgery. This doctor.
Yeah, this injury though, this is the craziest fucking injury I've ever seen in my life. Like, between getting the news in the middle of the night that Jack's going to be out long term because he went out to dinner with the team, and then you get the news that Luke's going to be out long term because somebody slightly tugged on his jersey. I'm just confused. I don't fucking get it.
This is like the equivalent of like when one of us go to pick up a pencil and then we're out of commission for a week, so we throw it on our back.
Yeah, sort of. But you know, you look at
that.
Right.
Like last year, Kovacevic's torn ACL, that was a nothing play. Dougie's leg injury, that was a nothing play. Like, the amount of times though that Luke has grabbed his shoulder like that over and over and over again, I'm kind of wondering if there was something there that was just ready to pop.
This, I'm guessing, it was not the surgically repaired shoulder, right?
No, that was the one where he was caught in the background of a Barstool video was his left shoulder. So he was in a sling with his left shoulder. So this was his right shoulder.
So this is just how the Hughes brothers go, right? You go through consecutive years, or maybe 2 out of 3 years, where they miss a ton of time and in the summer get off season shoulder surgery. Knock on wood that, Jack now has been pretty good. So maybe we just need to get the other one fixed, and then we'll never have shoulder problems with the Hughes boys again.
So
unreal.
You saw today that he opted not to have surgery, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
and he'll be rehabbing. So yeah, so
then he's gonna get surgery in like August and come
that's
back
the
in
thing.
January.
Like, if he,
so that's why I don't think it's a dislocation. I think it's something else. Like so there was a picture floating around of him from like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, where he had that whatever that tape is that he put on joints on his shoulder. It was like creeping up out of his neck. I don't know. People put that shit on like for everything. There's a 70-year-old guy there's a 70-year-old guy at my old gym who wore that shit on his knee, and I was just like, I don't think that's helping you, pal.
I mean, a subscription to GNC might help, like anything at this point. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah,
Never
get
seen
Bob
anything.
up there for some strength training.
I've never
Yeah.
fucking seen anything like this in my life. Like I mean, when they showed like last night on TNT, who Eddie Olczyk, who is if you seriously ever want to see me hanging from a fucking rafter, put Eddie Olczyk with Don LaGreca, have them call a fucking game, and I swear I will fucking stick my head in an oven. Dude, he's terrible. But even those guys were all like, yeah, they're talking about the injury, and then they show it, and they're just quiet. It didn't really look like much there, did it? Like, what can you say?
I don't know.
Like,
injuries happen in weird ways. You know,
but the Hughes brothers do them in crazy ways.
I get it. It's like God was like, Ellen and Jim, I'm going to bless your children with magic legs and hands, but they're going to have exploding shoulders.
That's it.
So you have to figure that out.
At least Jack goes 100 miles an hour into the fucking boards to bust his up. Like Luke was just skating. Like,
well, Jack does not use stemware at a steakhouse, so who's really winning here at life.
So I don't
know. So never going to put it all together if our boys can't cut meat.
You're right. You're 1,000% right. But then
that's why he's so scrawny still, because he doesn't get enough protein. He doesn't know how to fucking use that.
A lot of creatine in that meat, man.
If he fucking starts scoring, I will go to every steak dinner and cut his meat for him. I don't care. Just get on the fucking
should have already been doing that.
So it's annoying. It's another Hughes. It's another part of that story. But if you're celebrating, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, don't celebrate
go to the
Luke
Olympics. All right.
So I've kind of thought this a little bit. I think he should go to the Olympics. He wants to go to the Olympics. I don't know if he should play. The guy clearly cannot shoot the puck. Like that his one goal in his first game back, like that still wasn't like kind of vintage Jack shot. It was a low glove side shot.
That's how
he's not
stories
shooting.
Play out, right?
He's whiffing on one-timers. He's looking past first. The puck slips off his stick all the fucking time.
So he's going to be the hero in the gold medal game for
USA? Yeah, he's probably.
They just put him in that one game and he comes out.
Like Rudy.
Hat-trick, game winner. Rudy.
So, I mean, I think Team USA really fucked up by not bringing Jason Robertson or Cole Caulfield. It was hilarious.
It's kind of, I'm going to, I know I would just, I don't mean to interrupt, but like as a Devil fan, I'm sorry, both those dudes should be there over Jack Hughes.
Right now, yeah, probably, especially if Jack's going to play wing. Like,
absolutely. But yeah, what were you saying?
Cole Caulfield scored the game winner against Minnesota the other night, and the Minnesota, one of the social media handles tweeted out, it was like at Montreal Canadian or like at Minnesota Wild. Montreal did when they scored the goal against them, because Guerin's got to be sitting there and like, oh no, I fucked up.
Yeah. There's another guy that has now just come into the lineup. I know he doesn't have, I think he maybe has 1 point to show for the few games he's played, but I think that his presence in that bottom six absolutely makes them look completely different, and that's Dodonov. The dude can skate. I mean,
he could fly.
And yeah, he can fly. And he's he's smart on the ice, him. And we got to talk about Hamaniho, who I've actually really liked. The bottom six guys have, in the last 2 games especially, have been so noticeable. And you look at what's the difference, like you said, right, Tim? Glendenning's gone. Hamaniho, or whatever we want to call him, is in. And Dodonov is back. I'd be fine if this was our bottom 6 moving forward. It's not them I'm worried about. It's the top 6.
He does add a sneaky element, right? Down there, that low, being fast like that. And, he does have hands. I know he hasn't used them for the Devils yet, right? But he does have a track record of being able to score a little bit. So, yeah, at least it's not just a gimme anymore if you're looking at the other teams trying to match up,
Yeah, and it's just don't lose your ice. That's the bare minimum. And like Glendening and with Cotter and Nason, they were getting absolutely fucking buried in their minutes. And when you have to rely on the other 3 lines to get that ice back, it just drags on you. The offense still isn't perfect. They're still not scoring anywhere near where they should be. But I think it makes it better. I still think we could use like a 4C upgrade. I was thinking Morgan Barron from Winnipeg. I think Chris Fieldhouse from All About the Jersey suggested in one of his blogs.
I'm not familiar with them.
6'4", 220, probably 15, 20-point guy.
The
He's a
winger?
big boy. PKs. He's a center. He would be a
Oh,
fourth
center,
line,
okay.
fourth line center.
Okay, that's what we're looking for.
So bring a guy like that in. Got good, decent speed. But yeah, like just now as opposed to Dougie, we should really turn our attention to
Palat.
finally getting rid of Palat.
Yeah.
He drags down every single line that he's on. Like
Bobby
I'm
would be
sorry.
very upset.
Yeah, I know, Bob. I know that jersey's coming in the mail. Like,
Wouldn't know what to talk about anymore. Love that guy.
Bob's just like, my work is done here.
The fact that he's even still wearing an A, that's just the political part of like, oh, I can't go ripping that off the guy now. That's gonna make him feel really bad. But
Exactly. It stands for anonymous.
Yeah, like if he was making $2 million and was doing the forechecking thing that he does, which is fine, and I'd be okay with that and him in like the bottom six. But he's stapled into our top six and does not belong there. We need a better option. Go get me Jared McCann. Go get me Cairo. Someone like that. Even if Robo is available, fucking find a way to get that guy.
That what I'm most scared of right now. I mean, of course, what's happening in Minnesota and this scumbag in the White House, but the fact that the Carolina Hurricanes might actually get Jason Robertson, that scares the shit out of me. Because they.
Where did you see that?
It's just been, they were talking about it. I forget where. I think they had a thing on Robertson. I think last night on NHL Network they were talking about it and the fact that he might be up for it. And they mentioned Detroit, Carolina, and Toronto. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember who the third team was. But
what's
in all seriousness, man, it doesn't even hit my radar right now. Like the problem with this team is this team needs to fix itself. No one person's coming in and turning this team around. There's too many pieces of it that aren't performing up to expectations.
I'm not saying
it's great to have another great guy, of course, but for me, I think they still got to fix it from within.
But my thing is that if a new body, a new personality comes in and a guy who's kind of been there for a long time is now out, I do think that is part of fixing what's happening also on the ice, because I think that there's a lot to be said to now the mindset, the culture kind of changed in one fell swoop. Nobody's safe, and winning, you got to be serious. And I do think it could be part of getting your shit together on the ice too.
I get it, but you need current players on your roster that respond to that type of thing. Just because Florida did it with Kachuk doesn't mean.
But we don't know if
I know that's what I'm saying.
And you have to take
not
a
a magic bullet,
No, but
any change is good. We definitely need that for sure. For sure.
Saravelli just text. Report Canes get Robertson. Jesus Christ, did he? Oh, he's making a joke. I got you. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ, double heaven. Well, I mean, the scary thing about Carolina.
It's actually a pretty good joke. I'm sorry we didn't get it.
Yeah, the scary thing about Carolina is their projected deadline cap space, amount of players, like based on their salary. Guess how much they have
to play with salary cap space?
Yeah. So like like a full year's worth of a player. Like they have
10 or
they have
12.
a certain amount of cap space right now, but like not prorated what the value of that player is.
I was gonna say under 10, but you're saying above 10.
I'm saying 10 or 12.
All right, that's where we're at.
$35.5 million.
So it's over 10 is what you're saying.
So they can get fucking Pedersen, Robertson.
You gotta make us feel dumb about it.
Like they can get. No, I wasn't. I did it for the shock value. I wasn't trying to make you feel dumb because that is a dumb number. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? How the hell do they do that?
I have no idea.
Because they
didn't see
who's on their team. Who's their superstar that they're fucking paying $12-13 million to? They don't like have one. Aho has the biggest contract. What is he?
Aho 9.75.
We don't have a 12 or 13 million.
And then Svets, they just have such a good distribution. Their best goalie, Brandon Busey, makes $7.75.
Yeah.
So it's like they just.
God, I'd like to make
that pisses me off.
If Carolina doesn't win the cup in the next 2 years, I'll be very surprised.
I don't think they will. They just something is missing about this team, and they don't have that one game-breaking guy.
You know what that team needs more than anything? Rod Brindamore to be a player, not the fucking coach. If they actually had Rod Brindamore in his prime, I think, yeah, that's the guy. They'd be fine.
Jarvis looks like a melted candle.
Oh God, he's such a gross dude. Like he just looks like your creepy fucking uncle that like, fucking hits on 13-year-old girls. Like,
I do find him entertaining during his interview, so I hate that I do. But like I don't know, like they could go shopping at fucking for anyone they want. Right. That's like will it matter? Like because Colorado is gonna kick the shit out of everybody.
Well, we've seen teams go on these runs during the regular season. Hey, you got to do it in the fucking playoffs.
This Colorado team feels different. They're playing on an entirely different level. Yeah, you're right. Could be totally different in the playoffs. They feel different.
Definitely feel like the team that won the cup a few years ago. And even that team, didn't have this good of a regular season, but when they got into the playoffs, they were just unstoppable. And yeah, so I think that they can definitely do that. But I mean, I'm not sure if I believe in Florida right now. I know that they're, I just think without Barkov right now, I just don't know. If they make the playoffs, and I just don't think they can go on a run.
Yeah, what is the East right now? I'm looking at the standings.
Carolina. I mean, do you believe in Detroit? Bobby, do you believe in Detroit?
They're a decent team. They're a good team. Gibson's playing well.
Pretty consistent this year, yeah.
Like most
this year they take their step and get in.
Most Sider looks really good.
Do you believe in the Islanders?
No, I do not believe in the Islanders.
So you guys think the Islanders will fall?
I think that's our spot.
The Islanders are 100% dependent on Sorokin. They're like last in almost every single defensive category in the league. They're 100% dependent on Sorokin. Sorokin should far and away be the.
I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I still see a path to second in the Metropolitan.
I do too.
In the Islanders, dude. I really. It's 5 points. It's 5 points.
They can't. Pittsburgh can't keep this up. They do not have the talent.
That was my next team.
The Flyers are going to fall apart because Vladar is still hurt. Even though I can't believe they're being held together by Dan Vladar, which shows you how bad the rest of their goalies are. I have no faith in the Islanders and Pittsburgh. Like some of this shit has to start going in on Sorokin. I think. I
mean, this will probably bite me in the ass, but I mean, if you just look at the top 6 or top 5, rather, well, let's put Washington in there, right? Carolina's number 1. I'll still fucking fight that the Devils are the second best team in that division right now. Like, they just haven't been able to fucking put it together. I know that kind of doesn't make sense what I'm saying, but like, I know how capable they are. So that's the thing that's so frustrating. I wish that this team, we weren't expecting shit, and this is where we were, like fighting for a playoff spot. But like you said earlier, like when you're expecting to be good, you're like, this is frustrating, but it's like, we know how good they can be.
Well, I saw a stat that they're 16-9-1 with Pesci in the lineup. And look, there is something to be said for getting all these guys back. Dadonov, even though he has 0 points,
he just came back.
Just tilting the ice. I think he's played like 6-7 games.
I'm going to tell you, the tale of our team right now could be summed up in one stat. And that is that the New Jersey Devils goal differential is -20. All the other playoff teams are +12, 20, etc. Offense wasn't supposed to be our problem. So if that were more representative of our normal players playing to their normal capability, even if that went baseline, I mean, -20, even if you're at flat, that's a whole lot of points right there.
Yeah. You're right. Defense, goaltending, they are solid the rest of the way. They should be able to, string together. I don't think this team's even close to being a cup contender. I don't. Because when I you look and say, well, they might not be maybe they're the second best team or third best team in the Metro. So they should, if they get in, be able to go on a run. No, because Florida is a different team if they get in. Tampa Bay is a fucking juggernaut right now. And I would not want to play them. Like, the teams that are better than them are so much better than them. It's like, yeah, you're the second best team when you're going against the Flyers, the Islanders, but Carolina, Florida, the Tampa, they're just so much better than us.
I'm gonna play a quick game with you guys here.
Oh, I like games. Cool.
Here are some random players that would be the Devils' leading scorer. Nico Hischier is our leading scorer, and he is 82nd overall in the NHL in points. Our leading scorer is at 82nd. So here we go. Mika Zibanejad would be our leading scorer. Evan Bouchard, Sam Reinhart, Brandon Hagel, Nick Schmaltz, Gabe Velarde, Trevor Zegras, Morgan Geeky, Tom Wilson. God,
Love that name.
Tom Wilson. Thomas Hurdle, Troy Terry, Darren Radish.
You're not going to go through all 82, are you?
No,
Picking up names.
I'm picking up random names, just like because some of these guys you'd expect to be up there. Some of these guys you're like, God damn it.
You don't expect Radish to be the better than
Svechnikov, Cutter Gauthier, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, John Carlson, 38-year-old defenseman for the Washington Capitals. Man. John Carlson, Jake Sanderson, Brian Rust of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
So when does this
Beckett Seneke, who is 18 years old, would be our fucking leading
so the question, Tim.
Yes.
The hockey fucking guru here. Is that something that right now is a problem in the way that they are playing? Is this a problem in the personnel and these guys aren't capable? Is this just fucking bad luck? What do you honestly think is the issues with why this team cannot fucking score?
I think it's all three. Stylistically, I still have some problems with the way that they play. I still think they play a little too conservative, where they're consistently their first instinct is to retreat back to the defense, keep possession. But when the D gets the puck in like neutral zone regroups, like two forwards swing this way, and there's another forward at the far blue line. And it's that tip dump shit that I fucking hate.
Yeah.
They never hit one of these two forwards to have speed through the neutral zone. It's always like a designed tip dump. And I get it. These two guys come with speed. They dump it in, and then these two guys go forecheck. That's the intention of that. So that's one thing that annoys the shit out of me. It happened like 3 or 4 times, I think, against Edmonton and against Carolina, where guys just go – like Mercer does it a lot, where he'll get the puck along the boards and go back towards around behind the net. And it's
they all do it.
It's like, stop that. Just honestly, sometimes you got to just fucking punt the ball out of the zone and live to fight another day. In the offensive zone, I really hate it's very perimeter, and this may be a skill set thing, but I think it is also by design. They pop that forward out high in between the two defensemen, which limits the amount of guys that are in front of the net or down low. They do a lot around the outside, and I think defensively, I think it's game planned against us that, like, hey, just keep them to the outside, and there's nothing they can do about it, which is a talent issue because we don't have bulls that could just drop a shoulder and get in like Timo Meier should. Timo Meier doesn't do that anymore. Timo Meier decides to go around the net for whatever reason, behind, spin, and shoot, and usually shoot wide. How many times did he shoot wide against Edmonton? 5? 6? He had a few glorious chances. So we don't have any net front guys. We don't have anybody with a tip skill set. We don't have anybody who's good at flash screens. We pop a guy out too high, which is a system issue. We don't have any guys that are big enough and skilled enough to like drop a shoulder and go to the net. And the guy that we do doesn't do it. So there's a lot. Shooting wise, when they shoot the puck, often it's right in the middle of the chest. It's the middle of the chest, they hit the pads, they don't I don't think we have a guy that can snipe a corner. Like when Glass took that shot against Edmonton on the 2-on-1 the other day, I was like, holy shit. Like that was actually a really good fucking shot. Like the shot where Jari made his windmill save.
That was a hell of a save. That was fun to watch.
That was a fun save. But like that shot was earmarked for the corner. Gritz can shoot it, but that's about it. Like nobody's like the goals. Like we played the Islanders a week ago or so. Anthony Duclair, 2 snipes from the top of the circles, perfectly placed right over Markstrom's shoulder. Markstrom's got to stop those because they're clean shots, but like they're also perfect shots. We don't have any guy, and I haven't seen any guy on our team snipe a perfect shot like that, except for maybe that one shot that Dougie had that went short side over the shoulder. I forget what game that was. So it's shooting talent, it's systems, it's how we play, it's all the kind of mixed together. But if they can clamp it down off defensively and win 2-1, 3-2 games, I'm all for it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how a perfect analysis can be so depressing. Way to go, Tim. You are spot on, but goddamn, man. I was feeling good for a couple minutes there.
Yeah,
we
but
have
like,
nobody
but-
on this team.
But we've won 4 or 5. You know, you got to find ways to win, and we've looked better. You know,
And-
like we've you know, the first period in Edmonton though, like they're like great. We had a lot of possession in the ozone. We had 4 shots the entire period. So it's like we're getting possession. They're making moves. They're circling and circling and circling, and it's like we're
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, exactly.
but they're not getting to
good
the
scoring
interior.
chances.
They're not getting good passes to the slot. There's no one like if Brad is on the exterior, someone needs to be sitting in the slot, taking punishment to like open up and get a good shot. You know, like it just doesn't happen.
I think that the show that we did, Tim and I did, I think Tony was here too. The last show was before the 2-game winning streak, right? So we had said on that show, and Bobby, I'm curious what you think. Like, if they start playing better, there's 6 in a row here. If they decide to actually play, you got the Flames, the Oilers, the Canucks, the Kraken. Now, granted, the last all 4 of them are on the road. That's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
They come home and play the Jets, and then they stay home and they play Nashville. The game after that is Ottawa, but we're not going to talk about that. You're talking about Western Conference teams, the next 6 or next 4 now. What do you think?
What do I think about possibly winning 6 in a row?
Canucks, Kraken, Jets, Preds. Can they
I'm not
do
going
it?
down that road anymore with this team. I literally, to my
One at a
core,
time.
all honesty, want
You have to.
consistent hockey. I just want good, consistent hockey, and they'll get the numbers. They'll probably lose to whoever's the worst team there, so they're going to get spanked by the Jets again or something. I don't know. Like,
Do you guys feel the same way I do? Where like last night's game or whatever night it was, the last 2 games I find personally those games much more exciting and much more fun to watch than a 5-4 or whatever. Like it just brings me back. Like that's Devil
it's just
hockey
the
to me.
90s in you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the identity of this Devil team. And it's always kind of it goes back to that. That's what wins. When I watch that, it gets me excited. Because
You're going to pucker a lot more in a 2-1 game than a 5-4 game. There's definitely a lot less pucker when the goals are going in on both sides.
And I always
Like,
felt much calmer when it was Marty back there.
That's I don't have faith in our goaltending to consistently win 2-1 games. So I'll put it that way. We're going to need to score.
Do you prefer them as far as just a fan watching hockey? It's not just
no.
the Devils.
I want my team to win fucking
2-1
7.
game.
I want my team to win 7-0. Step on their throats, piss on their graves, and steal their girlfriends. That's what I want my team to do.
What Frank
However-
Saravelli did to you, apparently.
Oh, fuck Frank Saravelli, that fat piece of shit.
Yeah, I want to see a move done. I don't trust that this team isn't just going to falter back into playing the way that they played for the majority of the season. So that's something.
Now we have $3 million in cap space with Luke on LTIR.
What do you guys think of Hamaniho?
Prorated $3 million, right?
Well, because they're an LTIR, it doesn't matter. Once you put a guy in LTIR, just the space is the space.
Their whole
It doesn't
salary?
accrue. No, because you only have a certain amount that you can go over. And
Okay.
since they were already in LTIR with Nason, like putting another guy in LTIR, it doesn't do anything. It just frees up a relative amount of cap space.
I got you. But what do you guys think of Lenny?
I liked him. I think he's good. I think he's solid. He won his minutes. He's, his thing is he's a smart fucking hockey player. Like he knows how to play the game well. He doesn't have anything like really stand out about his game, but he's solid positionally. He plays good defense. He's got a good stick. Got a good shot. He's not afraid to shoot either, which I was a little worried about, but he got our first shot of the game against Calgary in his first game.
It was a good one too.
Yeah, it's a good shot. I like that line. I like him in the bottom 6. I think he's a good addition. And if we're winning with him in the lineup, they're not fucking go anywhere.
Better not.
I think he's a prime example of what we could have had in the lineup had we not had a Palat. Like, there's a guy that can just be there all year and do some of the little things right.
Yeah, the Jason mentioned this.
That was really freaking funny. I have to say, Jason was right. Like, did you
come on, man?
So
that's your job to know his name.
No, he nailed it. That's what he was talking about.
But like that's But then he fucked it up like 8 times during the
No,
game.
but the Danico was like, "Hey, Don, you didn't screw it up. I was certain you were going to screw it up," he said. And
Yeah,
like, Don's
I don't
just
like
well,
them
thanks for
becoming
the
self-aware.
what?
I don't like them becoming self-aware that they're
Right. This is
Like
our
that.
entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like us
Ken
knowing this
Danico
is
has
what makes
now-
it better than you being self-aware.
Ken Danico has now insulted him right there, saying the quiet part out loud, right? Like, holy shit, you didn't fuck that up. He has called a goal, an overtime goal. I'm saying most likely because of excitement, but he could have just wanted to step on Don. I just don't think he likes him. I think he probably.
I think it's like
feels
this
the
was
way
a
we do.
mistake.
Oh yeah, I think he
Yeah,
goes
he's
to
like,
bed
Don and I
at night,
yeah,
and he just texts Bill. She's like, "What are you doing, buddy?
Hey buddy,
hanging out,
sends
just
his
playing with
selfies
my
in his
dog. I
suit.
was thinking about you, that kind of thing."
Yeah, so I don't know, like one game at a time. Let's take care of Vancouver and then Seattle, and then we can start talking about going around. The problem is if they go on this run now, then the Olympics.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That might be good though. It really might.
Could be.
Just that fucking break.
The
Okay,
guys
man.
like you talk about, like Meyer, in the way he's been playing, not going hard to the net and stuff. Like as you're going through it, I'm wondering if he's 100%. Like maybe he's a little banged up. And then like real quick was like, at least he gets the Olympic. No, wait, our fucking half of our team is going to play for crappy countries, and I'm very much nervous about the Olympics. Like I know it could be a good thing, but I don't know, man. I would rather my guys just rest.
Timo just has his phone alarm set for March. Don't worry about Timo, right? We'll be fine. Just wait 2 more months, another month and a half.
Wait another month and a half for Timo to show up.
He better have RSVP'd the
that's-
calendar event.
I mean, part of me is
gotta
like
go.
these guys have to regress somewhat. Nico's kind of actually sneakily on his kind of career paces. He's a little off because he's a lot of the power play stuff last year.
He's been playing great though. The last handful of games.
Yeah, he's last handful of games he's been good. Like he got pretty heavily matched up against McDavid, and like all the metrics are against him, but you can hold McDavid off the score sheet and beat Ben, but don't break.
That's the only metric that matters.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Well, listen, you guys want anything else? Yes, Bob, please.
Yes, I have a gift.
Ooh.
Oh, you got a game? Ooh.
We have a game. I feel like I haven't been participating quite enough, so I did put together a season of the devil. It's been a long time. For a reminder on how we play, Season of the Devil is different than the devil you get one guess and one guess only. There's 10 total questions, 8 just kind of weird, whatever stats I can find, and 2 that are generally considered layups. Answer in the chat as soon as you think you have the right season. The season is the year that it ends. Like
our private chat.
You could put it in our private chat, and then listeners put it in their chat.
Okay.
First one to get it wins, or the closest, because again, you can only do it once. So again, if you're saying 1995, that's the 94-95 season. Okay.
Yes. I believe there was some controversy about that before. So
it's pretty easy. It's the year that it ends. So we're gonna do this rather quick. Are we ready? Chris, can you find the chat?
What do you want me to do? Oh, put like the private chat in?
Yeah.
Where the hell is that?
You might have to shrink your screen.
You got to shrink your screen. It's on the right.
It's what we should have open normally when we're doing these things to be operationally efficient, but we don't do that stuff.
We good?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
There we go. Remember, one time, and your answer. Look, we got an answer already. 2012. I think we did that one already. Your answer might tip off the other person as to Tim, what general area of time we're in. So be careful. Operational efficient. Shut up, dork. Thank you, Tim. Okay. Clue number 1. In this season of the Devil, they were 4th in the division with 40 wins, 37 losses, and 7 overtime points. They had a winning home record of 24, 14, and 4, but a losing record of 16, 23, and 3.
On the road.
Okay. Thank you for finishing that for me. They were 14th in the league with 308 goals And the Red Wings had the most that year with 369. In this particular season, they were tied for the most shorthanded goals allowed with 19. And they tied that with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ken Danico led the team with 236 penalty minutes. No real shock there. And our best goalie that year's goals against average was a 3.39.
Jesus, really?
There were 16 times the Devils scored 6 or more goals that season. They lost to the Pens in 5 in the semifinals. And our favorite number 22, Claude Lemieux, led the team in assists and points at 81, but not goals. For anyone still on the fence, here's the layups. This summer, before this season, we acquired from the Hartford Whalers Bobby Holik and Sean Burke. And it was the first year that we changed our color scheme away from the green and into the black.
That's the giveaway? Shit.
I forget what year that was.
Well, we each have a guess in.
Yes.
I think that is one of us.
I
right?
think I'm about a decade off.
I thought
Nope.
No?
One of you is right.
Oh.
Jay Snow got it first, though, before Chris, the
Ah.
92-93 season. Then Chris got it, and Tim said 1992.
But I
got
wasn't
another 93
seeing
that came up
Jay's when I
later.
put mine in.
At New Jersey
Jay
Devils
Snow, good
37.
job.
So very close, but
You-
Jay Snow nailed it somewhere around clue like 4 or 5.
Nice.
It falls you to go out that quick. So
I had
Jay Snow,
90s.
email us and you'll get a sticker for $10.
Yeah, we got to buy more stickers. 1997 is what I had first.
I was thinking that between 95, 2000-ish. But then
forget
the
what
Sean
clue.
Burke trade, I was like, that was
Oh
like
no, yeah, it
90
was the goaltending. When you said that, I went to the year that Brodeur not his rookie year, but technically his rookie year where he played a few games.
Jay
For the
Snow,
record-
you win the pride that you won
No.
the game.
now here's the
Yes,
funny thing.
bragging
because
rights.
Just for the record, I was initially writing down our winners because we promised them at one point they would do something. The last time I wrote down a winner was April of 2025, and then just today. So, DJ, we still owe you something. Mike Rupp, we owe you something. Chris, you work for the show. You're not getting shit. And Jay Snow, we owe you something. You're not going to get it, but one day when we get a big-ass prize closet, we'll try to pull something out for you guys.
Really appreciate it, guys. We're gonna wrap this thing up, and
You will get
tomorrow-
something, Jay Snow. We don't have any stickers right now, but we need to order some more.
Yes,
And if
which
anybody
we will
wants
do.
to go to Devils games with stickers and put them all over the rock,
We'll send
let
them
us
to
know.
you.
Yeah.
We'll definitely send them to you. But you got to promise to do it. Don't just stick them all over your
don't just hoard
computer.
them. And
Don't hoard them all. All right,
I'm
we're
telling you, the
gonna
ones dropped on urinals picked right up. So go ahead and drop them on
Drop 'em right-
urinals.
drop 'em
yeah,
right
if you
in the
want a
toilet.
sticker with my face on it and a urinal cake, you can put those in there too.
The Tim Wood urinal cakes.
Tim
That would
Wood
be a
urinal
great
cake.
giveaway.
They go like hotcakes.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we're gonna bounce. Thank you so much for hanging with us again. You guys know the routine. And we're the Uncle Puckers. We'll see you when we see you. Later, guys.
Fuck you, Saravelli.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
Green, I can see.